St. Avroth, good morning and welcome. We've got about a half-hour show left for you today, folks. If there's any final questions or topics you'd like to discuss, let me know. I'm happy to discuss all things DDO. Guys, we'll probably wrap it up shortly after this one, or maybe we'll have time for one more. This was the quest that introduced slads to the game. First time we saw slads was this quest. I'm a big fan of frogs in real life, so it was really cool to have a frog-like monster. I thought they did a really good job, and they actually, the way the slads are designed, they actually look very much like different species of real-life frogs, and some of them that I even cared for when I was younger. I used to have frogs, like the green slads. They look a lot like what are commonly called Pac-Man frogs. Perhaps African bullfrogs. I had both of those when I was younger. Very aggressive frogs. And African bullfrogs actually have teeth. They have an eye tooth, and I've had mine draw blood on me. They're extremely aggressive. So like I go to drop some food in, and he'll just like try to eat your whole hand. And I've had him draw blood on my finger. A freaking frog. I mean, they see food, they just pounce. Oh, that's all of them. Pac-Man frogs are pretty aggressive too, but the African bullfrog is more so. S Green, good morning and welcome. Fear Reaper on the left. Cool. Lever. Bull. We're gonna grab the two crests and then we're gonna detour. I have both crests. Go ahead and detour. This way you avoid the fights that you would other couple fights if you had to run back. NG. Benji.
Benji.
Remnants. Didn't buff those mobs over there. Looks like those other mobs aren't active. Stay to the left up here. This next intersection, we won't aggro the mobs to the right if we stay left. Good job.
Do you have a bill of knocking?
I do, yeah.
Good.
Loader. But Flame might be able to open it. I think she's got knock.
Oh, that's true.
Let me try. Oh, I rolled a 20 and it failed. Sorry.
Oh, somebody used the bell. Thank you. Warforged Titans. That one's a champ. For them all, why don't you? Yes. For science. That's right, Magnus Pike. We can go do like multitude after this. And then that probably be the last one for me.
My cousin just got here.
Are you gonna be done after this one?
I just have to AFK.
Remnants at the door.
At some point, just say hi.
Levi, good morning and welcome. Oh yes, I'm going in. Not fighting at the door. I don't make tanks to fight at the door. Go face to face against all this crap. Give it to me. Next group spawns back here. I still got the boss's aggro, but we'll go ahead and throw a shield at him just to make sure. Next group's here. And then the next group is over here. Intimidate it as soon as it spawns. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. These dishes are done, son. Good job, guys. Congrats on your Reaper point.
Thank you.
Remnant in the northeast.
I need $250,000 to get 183.
Stepping in.
Circle.
Oh, Nimbin went and got it started without us. Jerk. So go in and save him from himself. Circle. Benji buffed mobs. We can run past this next group. If we're quick, we won't have to fight them. Let's kill the group at the bottom and keep moving.
Doom Reaper.
Oh, again a Doom Reaper down here. What's a remnant?
Alright, pick up back.
Doom Reaper and a famine. Even when you got good crowd control, there's always going to be some mobs that can't be CC'd. You know, Doom Reapers or certain champions. And you know, I really love running with the tank. You know, I hate having to play jump around like a jackass when there's a Doom Reaper and you know you're running backwards to try to stay alive. The orderliness of playing with a tank is something I really enjoy. I mean, I will play without a tank. You know, we've been doing a lot this life on Ginger Spice, but I do prefer running with a tank in the group. Even, you know, not that I prefer being a tank, but just having a tank in the group is so nice. Plus, we usually step it up if we have a tank. That way we get more Reaper XP. Without a tank, I'm usually just doing max R8. Plague.
Remnant.
Yeah, knowing quest knowledge when it comes to tanking Levi is huge. That's one of the biggest difference between like raid tanking and quest tanking. You know, raid tanking, you know, raid knowledge is great, but it's, you know, even if you have a tank that didn't know the raid, you can usually just be like, okay, grab the boss's aggro and stand over there. You know, this is the place to be.
We can't skip. We have to kill.
But when it comes to quests, yeah, it's huge. I mean, quest knowledge, knowing where the mobs are, knowing what's around the next corner, what's behind the door and stuff, so that you know where to grab the aggro.
Remnant
We did
again.
TOE earlier, and I don't know that quest really at all. I don't know what's behind the next corner. I'm constantly rely on Nimbin or Talisek to tell me which way to go. Couple remnants. Stunned all them. Famine Reaper on the right. Doom. Get my Reaper PRR boost just to give me a little added protection from the Doom Reaper. And then, you know, maybe we'll just go into hands-free mode. That's good coffee. Yes. Hands-free Doom Reaper tanking. And I'm just doing that for science. Not trying to be a braggart. I just, you know, I want to demonstrate the defensive capability. Because this is going to be part of my Voodu Warlock 2023 series. Blocking is nice, you know, you get some extra DR when blocking. You know, we're throwing staunch and stuff, but be able to stand up to a Doom Reaper on R10 without any of that stuff is pretty cool. Another Doom Reaper. It's a Doom Reaper Wednesday. And we'll start this encounter by throwing my shield at the mobs. And it didn't go far enough. It didn't even hit them. I wish it would not let me throw it if it was out of range. Oh, I love Sleet Storm. I was just talking about it a little while ago. That's one of the most underappreciated spells in the game. As long as you have freedom of movement, learn to love it. How. Ain't it rules. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for the cheer. What have you complained about, Punk? I wish they'd make it a little more translucent, though. You know, a lot of those fog spells, cloud spells, are just too opaque. You know, they really need to make it more see-through, as well as another gripe about Hypnotic Pattern, you know, which is that really psychedelic globe. And then when you're inside of it, you get like the what do you call it, the universal effect or whatever. You know, on the sidelines, on the sides. I wish that if it was a friendly Hypnotic Pattern, that it wouldn't. Don't send the light to the rune. That it would not affect players if it's friendly. You know, it's one thing to have the globe there; it's annoying enough, but to have those sidebars going when it's a friendly one, that's not right. You shouldn't have that. It should only be the case if you're in an enemy Hypnotic Pattern. I mean, that thing's so bad. That's got to. I can only imagine that's got to be like, you know, an epilepsy trigger. I mean, geez, oh Pete's. Who needs the 60s when you got Hypnotic Pattern? Let's make sure we kill this Venji Reaper before we aggro those mobs down the hall. Circle. Oh, the range on throw the boom. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to throw it if it's out of range. That should be a really simple one. Should be a no-brainer. We can just pull the boss down the hall so we don't have to deal with all the respawns while we're fighting them. So stay out in the hall, please.
Did you do the breakables upstairs? You didn't do the breakables.
Oh, go back and get him.
I'll go do it.
Oh, upstairs, yeah. Go for it, man. Just drag everything out with you. I'll get the aggro off you. Good call. I can watch the door. Oh, now he just switched around. Where's the train? How did you go up there and not aggro a bunch of stuff? Was it not spawned yet?
There wasn't anything in there.
Ah, nice. Make sure that we, go for the trash first, please, before we go for chest. Otherwise, it could be a little bit messy.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We just killed the boss. And I just got my 177
Oh, damn.
Reaper point.
You're 5 points behind me. I have to figure a way to kill you. No, or am I?
Nicely done, guys. Thanks for the great rounds today.
Thanks for us. It's pretty smooth.
Hell yeah, it
I'm glad
was.
I gave you the runs.
Nimbin always gives me the runs.